What's up, fellow Saiyans, and welcome to episode 13 of our Marvel Minipaints. Today we're going to be doing Wolfsbane, which at this time in her X-Force, early X-Force costume. Whoa, can't be doing that. So to start her off for the face, I'm going to be using elven flesh for and that's I think is really all the skin on her. It's just right around her face, right on her face. And her ears as well. This will probably take about 2 coats. Next, we're going to be using demonic yellow for the yellow parts in her outfit, which is like her shirt and the pants, both. For the short shirt into the shorts. And again, with yellow, just like with red, we're gonna have to apply 2 to 3 coats of this here. Next, for the fur, we're going to be mixing fur brown and lava orange. You're going to want to use more of the fur brown with less of the orange. Just try to be careful when you get near the yellow. Just try to stay off it. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal if you get some of the brown on the yellow, but it just makes it easier for yourself. Next, for the shoulder pads, we're going to be using deep blue. There's also little parts on her side that are blue as well. mainly because it is practically all stone. Next, for the X on her chest, you could use red or you could use a darker color like black, like I'm using Necromancer Cloak. I mean, either way, her costume has had a black X on it and a red X on it periodically throughout time, so it doesn't matter. I just happen to use Necromancer Cloak. Now for her eyes and her teeth, we're going to be using matte white. Now we're going to be using Flesh Wash for her face and her ears. Of course, this is, you want to wait till your paint's dry before you start washing. Next, we're going to be using Strong Tone for the fur, like all the hair on her. And the wash really does a good job whenever you're doing something like this with getting in the grooves and making them look darker. Next, for the base, we're going to use Dark Tone. And for the yellow and blue on her costume, we're going to be using the Soft Tone. Now, once that dries, I'm going to take a little bit of matte white and I add it to the elven flesh. And I start adding highlights just under her, on the raised areas of her cheeks up to the nose. And for the yellow, we're going to use moon dust for the highlights. And same thing, everywhere the light hits it, I'm just going to add, I'm using line highlights, so I'm using a little detail brush for this. Now we're going to be using electric blue for the blue highlights on the shoulder pads. Same deal as with the yellow. Now we're going to add a little matte white to the fur color we had before. And we are going to dry brush the hair, or the fur. Next, for the base highlights, we're going to be using Uniform Gray. ironically the same color that she was primed in. And we're going to be just dry brushing the base. And this is pretty much going to be the final result. Of course, it's been played with a little bit, but this is a zoom up. You can see that little hair. That hair's bothering me that's sticking out of her leg. I didn't catch that earlier. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. To catch live painting sessions, you can follow me on Twitch or Facebook at Saiyan Elite. To get notified of new episodes, just subscribe. And later, Saiyans.